What's going on, guys? We have a new version of sunshades for the Tesla Model 3 that look a little more appealing blending into the cabin. These block out 100% of any sunlight coming in through the sunroof. What makes these sunshades easier to use is that we have the ability to open and close them when we please. I currently have these standard sunscreens, which are very nice. However, there are times when I like to allow the sun to come in the cabin. Having these new shades gives me the option to quickly open and close them. I'm going to show you how I install these on my Tesla Model 3. They also make these for the Tesla Model Y, but I do think it comes in one piece rather than two, as you see here. The installation is pretty straightforward. Looking at the contents of the box, we have two panels that are labeled for the front and rear window, and also the two sections for the sunshades, which will velcro to the ceiling when we're done. They both look very similar, and it can be hard to tell which sunshade goes where. The way I could tell is that the front sunshade is equipped with 4 plastic side clips, and the rear sunshade has 2 holes that will screw into the bar in the rear. This bar will be placed in the back windshield to support the rear sunshade. The package also comes with some included screws and tools needed to self-install this. Jumping right into the install, we're going to first place the sunshade up in the front. The rolled up part of the sunshade goes towards the center beam of the car. You can see I'm first going to tuck in the 2 back clips behind the fabric panel. While the shade is being held up by clips in the front, here's a better view of the clip being adjusted, showing it's completely flush with the sunshade frame. It will fit pretty snug in between the fabric and the sunroof. You're going to want to do the same thing on the other side too. Next, take the 2 longer screws from the kit and install the screws through the hole of the clip to ensure it will not turn. Repeat the same thing on the passenger side too. We are then going to take the fabric panel that is labeled front and literally velcro it to the ceiling. This part is pretty easy. It just takes a couple tries to get it lined up perfectly to fit the perimeter of the sunroof. This is what it should look like when completing the first window. Ensure that the sunshade will not move and open and close it to give it a try. Moving on to the rear window, it's pretty similar, except we now have to install this long bar first over the fabric panels and the windshield. You'll notice on one side that there's an open slot. You want to make sure this is facing the back of the window and that the Velcro part is facing the bottom of the car. Take one end and push it in between the fabric and the glass portion of the rear windshield. Be careful not to push down too far, as we want it just above the headrest. Taking the rear section of the sunshade, do the same thing by sliding in the black clips in the fabric panel and let the panel rest on the headrest. Grab the 2 screws that look a little wider like this and install them into the bar we had put in earlier. There are 2 holes that will line up with the rear bar. Be sure to not to over tighten them. Take the 2 3M blocks and install one on each end of the bar to ensure the sunshade will stay in place when driving. Finally, just install the rear fabric panel by sticking it to the Velcro, and we're done. Both sun panels look quite nice in my opinion, as the fabric gives it more of a premium feel. Opening and closing the shade is very easy to do. There's no friction, and I have not heard any rattling when driving with them. You can see it blocks out all the light from coming in, and we have the option to open and close it to allow more light or less light to come in. Overall, this is one of the better ones that I've seen in the market. If you want to save some money in checkout, be sure to find the coupon code below this video and also in the comment section. As always, if you have any questions on this, leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Until the next video, guys, stay safe and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.